Did you know that silver is up over 30% in a short period of time? Short period of time such as September 1st of this year. So when silver's up 30%, watch what happens. There's a lot of good videos about silver's up 2% or silver's down 2%. So I'm not sure I've seen anyone make a headline that silver is up 30% since September 1st. Well, I've got the receipts. Well, I've certainly got charts, and I'm going to share them with you. If you stay to the very end, I'm going to share another commodity which has had even a more impressive run. The reports of silver's death have been greatly exaggerated. Did Mark Twain say that? No, I said that. Silver Heist. It's right there in the picture. If you like silver, gold, and real news of a 30% price increase, please give this video a thumbs up. 2022 has not been a great year. Hasn't been fun, hasn't been easy, but I think we've all gotten through it. So it has been fun to watch silver go from 23 up to 26 and change by March, only to see it drop below 20 in early July, and then down below 18 on September 1st. Now, one of the hard things about watching silver fall is that I think a lot of people just saw their stacks decreasing in value and they got a little depressed. Now, in July, I made a video when silver dropped below 20 and maybe even below 19 because I bought a silver kilo. And I think a lot of people were receptive to that. But just a couple of weeks later, as silver kept dropping, I don't think people wanted to hear about how much silver price was because they knew what they had paid 6 months prior or a year prior. So tone is very hard to get right, and I may even be messing up today's tone. But for me, it's all about dollar cost averaging. If silver's down or if silver's up, I'm buying. And if silver's down, maybe I'll accelerate my buying a little bit. But so while I thought there were some voices that said that you don't want to catch a falling knife, I think some people watch the price go from 26 to 20 and then dance with 18. And I think some people, rightfully so, may have decided for their own reasons to just take a watch and see attitude. I took more of a, I'm still in the accumulation mode. So while there are some people who may have a very large stack and they say, well, my price target is this, and my price target with premiums is also this other number, I think that's great advice. But frankly, for me, when you're accumulating, you just want to buy if your budget allows, and if it is a reasonable price with reasonable premiums. So in July, I thought it was a great time to buy, so I bought twice. So on this chart, here's a couple of my major purchases in the past year. Here's a kilo in July, and then another kilo in July, and then here's 3 10-ounce bars at the Black Friday specials. So that's nearly 95 ounces. Everyone's budget is different, and if during the 2022 economic turmoil you haven't bought as much as you'd like, but you've held, well, that is awesome. And if you had to sell, that's fine too. So precious metal stackers stacking and holding their metals is not exactly breaking news, but what has been underreported is this: how much the silver price has rebounded from its low in 2022. Pretty impressive run from September 1st to today. It's up over 30%. It's up $6. So $6. So going from 18, and it's kissed 24 a couple of times. $6 from an $18 starting line. That's a 33% increase since September 1. So while I may have given back a couple of percent in the last day or so, 30% is a pretty big margin. So what's next? I think we ought to recognize that, nothing goes straight up. And I'll give you a demonstration. Here is lumber prices. I think a couple of years ago, people thought, oh my goodness, lumber is out of control. And I'm not going to build a summer deck in 2021 because too expensive. At least in terms of lumber, I think the mills cranked up supply, and then, frankly, the Fed cranked up interest rates, which has put the brakes on new construction. And so those two factors combined really put the brakes on lumber. So lumber was up, but lumber is way down. There's no straight line up for silver. We're on a nice 30% run up, so it could definitely go in the other direction. So you could say, well, for silver to have a 50% upswing, it first has to get 30%. So yep, check. We've got that first 30% up, but it's also not a straight line. So silver could go down. Its average for the past year is probably 22.5. So, if it went down another $1, it would probably be right about where it's been for the whole year. Frankly, I'm not sure silver deserved to be smacked down to 18. So is 24 its more natural place? Maybe. I think the only narrative to silver going down was that the dollar was getting stronger. Stronger relative to the European dollar, stronger compared to Japan's currency. So as the Fed increased interest rates and other world economies weren't increasing interest rates, the dollar was getting stronger. And so that hurt silver and it hurt gold. But what's changed since September 1st? I'm not sure that's the inflection point with the Fed, but I think the Fed recently, and especially with the Japan sneak attack on the dollar, I think the US dollar is leveled off a bit and gold and silver are up. That doesn't explain all the movement. Silver and gold right now are very sensitive to the Fed lowering interest rates or appearing to be ready to lower interest rates. And so I think that's the thing to watch for. So in terms of what should you watch, what happens, I would say watch the Fed and watch the strength of the dollar relative to other currencies. Watch the Fed pivot happen, watch the Fed pivot not happen, or not happen yet. If silver is up 30% since September 1st, what other commodity is actually doing better? Well, orange juice. Orange juice is up 45% since January 1st. So here's where it all started. Wall Street Journal, January 17th, 2022. Orange juice prices climb after forecast for the smallest crop since 1945. So for orange juice, looking good, Billy Ray. Feeling good, Lewis. Well, silver's feeling pretty good too. Let us know in the comments below your thoughts on silver, the Fed, orange juice, and Jamie Lee Curtis. Please give this video a thumbs up. Thanks for watching.